Back to the phone lines. It's Chris in Seattle. Hello there, Chris.
Hi, it was Ray. Good morning. How are you today?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm great, sir. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet. How can we help you today, buddy?
Yes, sir. I'm a small business owner. Last few years, I have about 300 employees. Last year, we were down to 200 employees. Now, I find myself in a big trouble with all of my business are in struggling, and I have I don't have any college fund for my kids. My business is supposed to be for my kids' schools and their college funds. Now the economy is in the toilet, and I'm panicking now what to do.
How old are your kids?
My oldest son is 16, then my daughter is 13, and 9 and 3.
So you've got a big family. And tell me about your this is your business with the 200 employees?
Yes, sir.
All right. And when you say it's struggling, tell me about the type of income you're generating from the business.
Now, this year's, we have not, last 2 years, actually, we have not generated. I used to take home about $1 million, 2007, 8. And from there, I have taken practically nothing, no bottom line, no profit, down to maybe about 150,000 takes home now.
And how much have you got stashed away in the bank?
I used all my money toward just to keep the business floating.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm afraid that here in society today, people such as yourself, you were one of those millionaires and billionaires, don't understand that millionaires and billionaires can get slammed and you're keeping 200 people employed while you're taking it in the shorts. I know that feeling very, very well. I have been there. What do you think the prospects are of a turnaround if the economy starts to get better? Will your business recover?
Yes, I think if the economy turns around, if the troops comes back, and I believe we'll turn around, yes.
Okay, good. So there is some hope here.
Yes.
You know what? I wouldn't worry so much about the kids' college funds. Right now, I'd worry about survival. There should be lots of different places to go to get either financial aid or plus loans for the kids, that sort of thing. Are you showing a net profit of $150,000?
That's the salary I've been taking for that one. And net profit is at least we can pay the debts to all my bankers. So at least we're break even. So there's no profitability, but just have taken about 150 home just to keep our family,
what you're going to have to do is pretty much what I did. I saved and saved and saved for my kids' college, but I had 4 kids too. Mine were a year apart, less than that even. And so there was a time when all 4 of them were in school at the same time. So I blew through my college savings money in the first couple of years. It was gone. And I had to borrow money. I had to borrow money against my home, had to borrow money from the bank. I took out plus loans. I did whatever I could to finance the kids. And it turned out to be a decent investment. For my son, Ray Jr., he became a CPA, went to work for one of the big firms. Now he's running my former financial services company and doing a fine job. And so his education paid off in a huge way. My other children, not quite as huge, but still the education was worth every penny. So the fact that I borrowed money, I am not resentful. You're probably in the same boat, but I would not sacrifice your entire life here for the kids' education. I would rather, quite frankly, you put money into your 401k plan and Roth IRAs and stuff like that and, use the kids' financing to get them through school. They'll be able to come out, hopefully get a decent job, and pay those loans back. So I wouldn't stress over it. I would continue to focus on growing your business, and hopefully when there's a turnaround and you're making that much more money, you will have learned to live on a heck of a lot less, and then you can take that surplus and redeploy it in other investments, finance your own kids' education out of your pocket. But until then, it's borrowing money. That's the best you're going to be able to do.
Thank you. Can I ask you one more question, Ray?
Sure, of course.
I bought a 40-acre parcel, and it's for my daughter's college in Encino. It's almost paid off. I owe only $6,000. I can pay it off, and could I transfer it to her name?
Well, is she going to then sell it to pay for her college or what?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. The problem is it's not going to help you much from a tax standpoint unless she's over 25, which you already told me she isn't. In other words, if you give the property to her as a gift and she sells it, I'm assuming there's a gain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, if there is a gain, the tax on that gain is going to be taxed to you anyway. Anything over a couple grand is taxed in your bracket if she files for her own return. Otherwise, it's taxed to you anyway. So all it does is mess up her opportunities for financial aid. So I would advise against that.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you. You see, this is what isn't discussed in the media today, and it's one of my pet peeves. Having owned a lot of businesses, having run many businesses, having had many employees, Chris took a major cut. He took an 85% cut in pay. Oh, yeah, I know he was a millionaire and a billionaire. He was employing 300 people. And when the business was going great guns, he made a bunch of money. Now the business isn't going great guns. And throughout the recession, it cleaned his clock. He's got nothing left in his savings account. He's got nothing saved away for his kids' college. Now he's making $150,000, but from $1 million to $150, pretty tough. Pretty tough. It's like going like from 50 to 10, right? It's not that easy to do. He should have saved more money. Yeah, sure, he did, and it's gone because he has been reinvesting all of his capital to keep the other 200 people employed. Because that's what business owners do in an effort to get ahead. Where's the reward for his risk? Where's the reward for his risk? And so this idea that, and I get it. I get the fact that if somebody's making $10, $20 million a year, or they inherited $1 billion from granddad, it is a different story. I get that. So don't be emailing me and all that crap because it's not going to go anywhere with me. I'm talking about the working stiff that went out there, sacrificed everything he's got, went to the bank, borrowed money against his home, worked 18, 20 hours a day to build something, finally got it built up. He said he's working that $150,000 is to pay his bankers. Did you know that $150,000 wasn't going to him, all to him? And did you know that if he shows a profit of $150,000 and he writes checks for $100,000 in principal payments back to his bankers, that none of that is deductible? Principal payments are not deductible, so he has to pay tax on that too? To put 50 grand in his pocket? There's no reward system for that risk. And so when we start talking about millionaires and billionaires, let's understand there are people like Chris out there that maybe fit that description. We'll be back.
The Ray Lucia Show.